Good evening, everyone. I was very happy that I didn't need to tap the microphone first to get everyone's attention. But great night tonight. Very excited to introduce some of our newly elected officials in the town of Winthrop. Just to begin everything, let's give everyone a round of applause. Round of applause. Hand applause, whatever. I'm tired. I talk a lot when I come to these public type of events in that I grew up in New Hampshire, first in the nation voting. I think you've probably seen some ads on television. But I grew up in that atmosphere, and civic engagement has been something that's been near and dear to my heart since a very young age. I have been smiling and dialing for candidates since around 7 years old, holding signs, doing all the fun stuff from a lot of failed Senate candidates on up. So people that take the time to actually volunteer and try to make their community a better place is one of the most important things to me. And the reason why I say that is that when you look back at the history of us as human beings, we're just a series of communities. We've always lived together. We've always kind of picked up the slack. We've taken care of each other's kids. We've taken care of each other's parents. But in the middle of all of that is a community. And right now what we have for that community is we have a government. And in this town, we have kind of unique type of government that's a little bit of city, a little bit of town, but you have a group of individuals that are really volunteering their time to try to get this place that you all call Winthrop into the best position possible. And it's hard. It's hard for the people up here. They're asking you for more money in your taxes or more money in your water bill or how they want to educate your children. But again, they are volunteering their time because they're trying to help everyone make these decisions. So as a person who has never run for public office myself, I appreciate all that everyone up on this stage is doing for this community, from the housing authority, the library trustees, especially our school committee, and all of the new representation that we have on the town council. So I'm very excited to start 2020 fresh. It's a new decade. We have a lot of exciting things to be doing in Winthrop, and we have some challenges that I think we have some interesting ways of trying to solve the challenges. So with that, I'm going to invite, are we doing the senator first or are we doing the speaker? Let's do Mr. Speaker DeLeo first. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I am not one of the newly elected officials here tonight. I've been around for a little while. But I also would like to, first of all, echo the opinion or the statement that Austin just made. As I look across and I see some of the folks here, for those of you who are here getting elected for the very first time, serving for the very first time, this is the best day of your life, your political experiences today. Tomorrow it starts to go downhill. But seriously, what I've been really excited about, and whether I was a representative or chairman or now a speaker of the House, what I often tell some of the other representatives and others is the fact that this is where the rubber meets the road, so to speak, at your local government. This is the place in terms of, things getting accomplished. This is the purest form of democracy that we have, that people can make a phone call, to try to get something accomplished. And as I look across and I'm seeing some of the new folks here and some of the folks who have been elected for a period of time, I'm really excited because I think there's really a good combination of experience and plus new blood, new ideas as well, and that's something that I'm looking forward to. So I just wanted to make sure that I was here to, obviously this evening, to first of all, to congratulate each and every person who's being sworn in here tonight, to offer whatever assistance that I can. I'll do anything that I can within my power. Just don't ask me for any money, which they always do. So that comment goes nowhere, anyways. But for you, your family, your friends who are here, of all the elected officials, congratulations to you also. You probably have gone through some campaigning and whatnot, but most importantly, as these folks proceed through the year in their particular positions, they're going to look upon you too for help, for advice, for counsel, and for support, quite frankly. So congratulations to you as well, and thank you so much for having me here tonight.
Just echoing those statements, I always talk about the intimacy of your impact, and when I talk with graduate students or people looking to get into this field, that's what I talk about with municipal government. It can be a call about a pothole or a light that's out or anything like that, and this is the level of government where you can actually fix people's problems. The larger scale issues that permeate our society go to different levels of government, but in municipal government, we are fixing people's lives in very tangible ways. So it's what attracted me to the field, and I hope that everyone who's up here is looking to engage in the same way. So next up is our local senator, Senator Boncory. Thank you, Austin, and Happy New Year to everyone who's in attendance tonight. It's great to be here in Winthrop to swear in the new public officials in this great town. As we move forward, I just want to look back, and I want to thank a man who served as council president for the last 4? We can't remember, but Ron Vecchia, thank you for your service to this town. And not to be repetitive, but to the newly elected officials, to the more experienced officials who are being elected again, congratulations to all of you. It can't be overstated that this is a front line of defense in government, municipal government. This is where constituent services happens to the greatest degree. And whether you're on the library board or the housing authority, or I like to call the housing authority the springboard for the state senate, the toughest job in politics, the school committee, along with the town council members. Just coming forward, putting your name on a ballot and standing up and saying, I'll do it. It's so easy in this day and age with all that we all have going on to step aside and say, let someone else do it. But to all you out there, these men and women behind me have stepped up and said that they will do it. And I know they'll do it well. I'm happy to work with them in any capacity. If there's anything I can do, feel free to give me a call. If there's any money you need, feel free to give Bob DeLeo a call, and together we will get there. On behalf of my family, I want to say thank you for electing my father, our father, to the town council presidency. It'll certainly keep him out of our hair and out of our business for a long time. So there's no task too small for Phil Boncory. But as his state senator, I want to say I'm looking forward to working with you. But as his son and on behalf of my entire family, I just want to say how proud we are of you and of this new role you're taking on. We'll all be pulling for you. So congratulations, Dad. But again, good night, and good luck to all. Thank you, Mr. Senator. Just wanted to go around and give a quick couple of thank yous to the Senate President and the Senator. Thank you very much for attending, not Senate President, Speaker of the House, excuse me. To former President Ron Vecchia, again, I echo the sentiments of, the council lost a very dedicated member with your resignation, but we look forward to doing good work that you kind of set us on the path forward to. Lastly, or not lastly, previous to this meeting, we actually had some of our police officers promoted. So we have a couple new lieutenants and new sergeants today, and we're very excited for them. And they just are over in the Harvey room right now enjoying some refreshments. So we're excited for them. Also to the department heads who are here in the back, I see you. Thank you for coming. The community appreciates you. And these are the new counselors who will be calling me to call you. So thank you very much. Next up, we are going to do the Pledge of Allegiance that will be led by the Boncory grandchildren, but also any other child who is here who would like to participate and come up here and help lead us. So all the children, come on up. 2, 3.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic under which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good job, children. One more quick thing. Also brought to my attention to note some past council presidents, Tom Riley and Peter Gill, who are in attendance, and are any other... And are there any other former counselors who are in attendance that we failed to note? Larry Powers and Galvanto. There we go. Next up, National Anthem sung by Tina Tavalli. Thank you.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
All right, now we're at the time that everyone came here for. Let's get some people sworn in. Where's Carla? Come on up. Town Clerk Carla Vitale, let's lead the show.
Thank you. Good evening and welcome to the 2020 swearing-in ceremony. I think it's been said by a few people here on the stage tonight, but I'm excited to be a part of this ceremony with each of you as we celebrate and wish well the residents of our community that will represent us in their elected positions in the next few years. Each one of the people behind me we celebrate tonight because they've committed to giving up time away from their friends and family to serve our community, and for that I know that we're all thankful. We're going to be following the order on the programs on your tables. We'll swear in each member individually, and then we will have some closing thoughts at the end. But I ask at this time Housing Authority member Richard Honan to please join me at the podium.
I was told they were going to keep the microphone away from me.
Well, I mean, I can move it. I can move it. If you would raise your right hand. Mr. Honan, do you solemnly swear and affirm that you will faithfully and impartially perform the duties imposed upon you by your election as a member of the Winthrop Housing Authority for the town of Winthrop according to the laws of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and to the best of your ability, so help you God?
I do.
I thank you, Mr. Honan.
Thank you.
Mr. Ferrara? If you raise your right hand. Do you, Mr. Ferrara, solemnly swear and affirm that you will faithfully and impartially perform the duties imposed upon you by your election as a member of the Winthrop Housing Authority for the town of Winthrop, according to the laws of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and to the best of your ability, so help you God. I thank you, Mr. Brown. Next up is a woman I know well. I would like to invite my mother, Denise LeConte, please up to the podium. Raise your right hand. Now, I really have her in a position here. I can get her to swear to anything. But do you solemnly swear and affirm that you will faithfully and impartially perform the duties imposed upon you by your election as a member of the Winthrop Library Board of Trustees to the best of your ability, according to the laws of the Commonwealth of the Massachusetts, and to the best of your ability, so help you God?
I do.
Ms. Jufrey? Ms. Nancy Jufrey? Do you solemnly swear and affirm that you will faithfully and impartially perform the duties imposed upon you by your election as a member of the Winthrop Library Board of Trustees for the town of Winthrop, according to the laws of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and to the best of your ability, so help you God? I do. Well, I thank you, Ms. Jufrey. Ms. Laura Barrett? Ms. Laura Barrett, do you solemnly swear and affirm that you will faithfully and impartially perform the duties imposed upon you by your election to the Winthrop Library Board of Trustees, according to the laws of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and to the best of your ability, so help you God? I do. Thank you. Thank you. Valentino Capabianco? Do you solemnly swear and affirm that you will faithfully and impartially perform the duties imposed upon you by your election as a member of the Winthrop School Committee for the town of Winthrop, according to the laws of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and to the best of your ability, so help you God?
I do. Thank you.
Ms. Suzanne Swope? Do you solemnly swear and affirm that you will faithfully and impartially perform the duties imposed upon you by your election as a member of the Winthrop School Committee, according to the laws of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and to the best of your ability, so help you God?
I do.
I thank you so much. I'll ask Mr. Richard Farino to please join me at the podium. Mr. Farino, do you solemnly swear and affirm that you will faithfully and impartially perform the duties imposed upon you by your election as the Precinct 1 Counselor for the town of Winthrop, according to the laws of the Commonwealth, and to the best of your ability, so help you God? I thank you so much. Thank you. Mr. Lettieri? Mr. James Lettieri, do you solemnly swear and affirm that you will faithfully and impartially perform the duties imposed upon you by your election as the Precinct 2 Counselor for the town of Winthrop, according to the laws of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and to the best of your ability, so help you God? Thank you. Next, I'd like to ask Ms. Barbara Flockhart. I must say one quick story about Miss Barbara Flockhart. Barbara had worked with me as a warden in the elections for a few years, and then there was a call to service. Precinct 4 needed a counselor, and they didn't have any representation coming forward. And Barbara is the exact example of what Austin and I think Senator Boncory and others have said tonight. She heard the call to service. And so she's here representing Precinct 4 because she knew that they needed representation. So I thank you, Barbara. And I know that your precinct thanks you, and everyone on this stage thanks you. I'm looking forward to working with you. So before you can run off, raise your right hand, please. Ms. Barbara Flockhart, do you solemnly swear and affirm that you will faithfully and impartially perform the duties imposed upon you by your election as a Precinct 4 counselor for the town of Winthrop, according to the laws of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and to the best of your ability, so help you God? Well, I really thank you. Thank you. Mr. Stephen Ruggiero. You have a counsel. Do you solemnly swear and affirm that you will faithfully and impartially perform the duties imposed upon you by your election as the Precinct 6 counselor for the town of Winthrop, according to the laws of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and to the best of your ability, so help you God? Well, I thank you. Counselor at Large Robert DeMarco. Mr. Robert DeMarco, do you solemnly swear and affirm that you will faithfully and impartially perform the duties imposed upon you by your election as the at-large counselor for the town of Winthrop, according to the laws of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and to the best of your ability, so help you God? Thank you. Next is Ms. Tracy Honan. Ms. Honan, do you solemnly swear and affirm that you will faithfully and impartially perform the duties imposed upon you by your election as an at-large counselor for the town of Winthrop, according to the laws of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and to the best of your ability, so help you God? I thank you for your willingness to serve. Okay, so I'd like to recognize Councilor Phil Boncory, soon to be Council President Boncory. Phil was on the Charter Commission and a million other things that I know you all know of, but I just quickly wrote Charter Commission because it was on my mind. He was on the Charter Commission and then has been serving on the council ever since, which has been 14 years, which coincidentally I've been with the town 15 years, so I feel like we've kind of done it together. It's my pleasure to be swearing him in as council president, and it's actually my pleasure to have sworn in all these folks, and I look forward to working with each and every one of you. Ready? I'm ready. Are you ready? Okay, get him up. Mr. Phil Boncory, do you solemnly swear and affirm that you will faithfully and impartially perform the duties imposed upon you by your election as in Winthrop's Town Council President for the town of Winthrop, according to the laws of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and to the best of your ability, so help you God?
I do.
Well, I thank you.
Okay, enough applause. We don't applaud people before they do anything. We're just getting started. We're a new council, and I'm very proud when I look at them all for being part of my new council. I have a lot of people I need to thank for being here tonight, but I want to first of all thank all the new electeds and some of the old electeds. We have tried and true members of the Housing Authority. Welcome back. All right, it's good to have you. You know what you're doing. You've been there for a couple of years at least. I'd like to congratulate the new members of the library trustees because they're all brand new members. And I know that they're excited to get to work, get started on doing some things with that library that need to be done. Again, we have tried and true members that are coming back onto the school committee. And I know that they've been accomplished, and I know that they'll continue to do a new job. The rest of the people on this stage are my new council. And if you see these 7 people, they're the people who are your voice in this community. So don't hesitate, if you have an idea, to call one of us and let us know that you have an idea that's for the betterment of Winthrop. And I'd like to point out that also with these 7 people, that Councilor Nick LaConte is standing in the back. Nick, come up, take a bow. Councilor Peter Christopher is also here, and that makes up my whole council. Now, if you look at them, you can see there's quite an age difference between myself and them. I hope they listen to their elders. But I am very proud to have these members of the council, especially the 3 newest people that haven't served a day yet on the council. And I'd like them to get introduced again. Barbara Flockhart, would you please stand up again? Tracy Honan. And Stephen Ruggiero. And I think there's a special occasion. This swearing in is a birthday present for someone, for Stephen Ruggiero. So I'm going to ask his 80-year-old grandmother, who is, her birthday is today, to please stand up. Violenta Capurso, right? Violenta Capurso. Belladonna. All right. I would like to, first of all, start by thanking our Speaker of the House, Bob DeLeo. Without him, over the past 14 years, a lot of things would not have got done in this town. He has always been there at the forefront for us while he was the Ways and Means Chairman, while he's been the Speaker. He's always had an open pocketbook for the town of Winthrop, and thank God we have him, because anytime there's a need, Bob finds a way to come through. Of course, we also have to thank our senator, because Bob can't get all the money without the senator's approval as well. He can get most of it, but he can't get all of it unless the senator comes through. And we're very fortunate to have a bright young senator who takes after his father. He's handsome, he's intelligent, everything his father wanted him to be. And that's my son, Joe. Thank you, Joe, for everything you do. We are fortunate in this town to have had numerous past council presidents, and 3 of them are in the room, and I would like them to stand because Tom Riley, our first one, Peter Gill, next one, and our last one, Ron Vecchia. Would you please stand? Thank you. Over the past 14 years, these men had dedicated part of their lives to the town of Winthrop to get the things accomplished that we've accomplished. Along with Larry Powers, if he would stand, and Nick, would you please stand? Nick Del Vento? All right. I see you over there, Nick Del Vento. I don't see, I thought Paul Veroni was here, but I don't see Paul. All right, but those gentlemen, along with the past council presidents, have worked for this town over the past 14 years. And it's to them we need to thank for a new high school, a new field, the new beautification projects that we have in Winthrop, the things that have been done for the past 14 years. I think Jim Lettieri was there as well. But that's the past. We're starting a new day as of today. This is 2020. And whatever was done in the past is wonderful, and we thank you for it. But we have to get the same kind of momentum going in the future. There are projects that need to be completed in Winthrop, such as that middle school project, and that's going to be a priority, or the first thing that's going to be on the agenda tomorrow night that I'm putting on there, is to get that zoned, and let's get things going. We have a lot to do, and I hope everybody is ready, because we are going to accomplish, we are going to try our best, as every single elected that has been elected in this town of Winthrop has done over the past 300 years. Do your best, and that's what this council will do. And the way to do your best is to do it in a united front. If you look at the sides of this building, you see kindness we put everywhere. And there's one very particular sign out on the front of the building. It said, "Let 2020 be a year of kindness." And that's what I ask, for a year of kindness. Everybody in this town has a right to make their points, to come to the council meetings and to speak their mind, but do it with kindness. Hopefully, there will be no more divisions in this community. There have been divisions in the past, and it's time to bury all those divisions and move forward as one. I know this council can do that. By setting an example of unity and working together, we can get this entire town unified and working together for the common goal of making Winthrop a better place. So to all of you, I say, if you are interested, we need you. If you're not interested, we still need you. But get involved. There are a lot of committees to be filled, and there's a lot of opportunity for everybody to pitch in. If you have an idea, give it to us. If you have a criticism, give it to us. But give us an answer on how we make that better. Not just giving us a criticism. Find a way with us to make that better. Okay? Thank you all for coming. I want to welcome you all to stay, please, because there's a lot of food out here, and it's got to go because we're not carrying it home. So enjoy the food, and may God bless each and every one of you, and God bless the town of Winthrop. Thank you.